Hi everyone, this is Sudhir, having experience of 6 years in the field of programming, and today's our topic is arrays. And now I am going to discuss about, first of all, how we are going to read arrays and how we are going to pass arrays into the functions and dynamic memory allocation. Okay, first of all I am going to discuss just how to read some syntax and everything. Then I am going to MCQs. Yes, this is the basic structure here. Now I am going to declare here error of 100. At the time of declaration, I am going to initialize some array values here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am going to take 1 I value is equal to 0. That is for iteration. That means I am going to print here, I am going to print what are the array values inside it. For example, I am going to print here a of 0. Why? Because here how many values are there? Here 5 values are there in the array. Every time the index is going to be start from 0 to what is the size? 5, right? 5 minus 1, that means 4. The starting position of the array is every time is 0 and the last value is at size minus 1. For example, size is 5, the last index is 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am going to print these two values and last value and the first value, a of 4. I am going to execute it. It is going to be, this is ARR. The value is 1 and 5, the first value and the last value. Okay, now I am going to write one for loop for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Inside it I am going to print the values of array. Using here 0, a constant value, I am going to give some dynamic value, that is I. For the first time I value is 1, 2, 3, 4. If it is 5 less than equal to 5 less than 5, it is false. That's why this loop is going to be repeated from 0 to 4. What is the I value here? First of all 0, that means ARR of 0, then ARR of 1, ARR of 2, like this. What is the ARR of 0 value? This is ARR of 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. In this way it is going to be display all the values like this. Here if I mention here some space, it is going to be displayed like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are the values. In this way we can read, we can display the array values using this for loop. For example, if I am going to print here a of some 10. Is there any value here a of 10? No, this is 0 and the last position is a of 0, a of 4. But there is no value for a of 10 here. Then I am going to access what is the a of 10 here. If I am going to access a of 10, look at here, if I am using at the time of declaration, I am going to initialize the values for the array. How many values are there? How many values? What is the size here? Actual size a of 100. That means all the remaining values are going to be initialized with 0 here up to 100. This is done when we are reading array values at the time of declaration only. Then the output is here. This is ARR. Then the output is here 0 here. For example, I am going to decrease the size ARR of 5. For example, this is going to be hold only 5 values here. Now I am going to write here ARR of 10. Then what happened? If I am going to execute it, it is going to give some garbage value. That is not an actual value, that is a garbage value. If it is like this, that means there are 100 values are there. For example, I am going to give some 101. That means up to, for example, up to error of 5 to error of 99, all the values are replaced with or stored with 0. But I am going to working with error of 101. That is also some garbage value here. Okay, that is not a 0 here, that is also a garbage value. For example, I am going to take some 1000 here. It is going to be some garbage value every time. Beyond that limit, if you are accessing any value, it is going to be a garbage value. Inside it is 0 when we are declaring the values, initializing the values at the time of declaration only. Okay, here I am initializing the values at the time of declaration. That's why it is working like this. Now I am going to read array values using scanf function. Now I am going to, for example, size is 5. I am going to access I is equal to 0, I less than size. I am going to read array values now. %d ampersand error of I here. I am going to read array values like this. Why? Because what is the I value? I value is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I am going to read 5 values. What is the size value? Size is 5. That's why the loop is coming from 0 to 4 only. Then I am going to read 5 values using scanf. Now I am going to display the values. I am going to display the values. Yes, I am going to display the same values here. If I am going to execute it, if I am going to give some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the values, it is going to be displayed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. And in this way we can read the array values. Now I have a small doubt here. If I am going to access printf, now I am going to access, for example, a of 10 value. At the time of declaration, if you initialize the a of 10 is 0. Now I am going to check here. It is going to be a garbage value. Okay, at the time of declaration, if you initialize, it will be taken as zeros, but using scanf function, all the remaining values, only the 5 values. How many values are we are reading? That values are fixed with values, and all remaining values are garbage values. Okay, clear everyone? Look at here, for example, the values are, I am going to delete this one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I am going to print here a of 0, error of 0, it is going to be print 1. It is error of 2, it is, the value is going to be 3. Now I am going to display what is ARR. What is ARR? What it is printing? For example, if I am going to execute it, it is going to print some looks like some garbage value, but that is not a garbage value. It is going to indicate that what is ARR of 0 value. What is ARR of 0 value? What is ARR of 0? That is 1, right? It is if I am going to display ARR, it is indicating that what is the first value of that array? Yes, that position it is going to be printing. That means the address of the first variable of an array, it is going to be print if we are using ARR only. How I am going to tell here? I am going to display here, for example, some star. Star means it is a pointer, right? That means it is going to be display what is the value in that address. What is the value in that address? If I am going to execute it, it is going to be print array. What is the first value of an array? Okay, that is 1. What is ARR? ARR is the address. ARR is the address of first variable of an array. Okay. Based on this, we are writing again the same concept. Here, ampersand. I am going to print here. Instead of printing ARR of I am going to work here plus I here. I am printing ARR of I in ARR of I am going to printing here ARR plus 1. What is ARR? ARR is the address of the first value plus 1. Some plus 0 here. I am going to add what is the I value? I value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. What is the first value here? Here I am going to execute it. I am giving the values here. Look at here. This is the first values address. This is the first values address. What is the first values address? That is 84. Look at here. What is the next value? The next value is 88, not 85. Here, for example, the value of ARR is 84. For example, value of ARR is 84. 84 plus 0. 84. Then 84 plus 1. We are expecting that 85. But here it is displaying 88. Why? Because what is the size of integer? Integer is 4 bytes. Integer is 4 bytes. The next memory location is going to be start after the 4 locations. That's why it is 88. The next one is 92. And the next one is 96. And the next one is 100 like this. Look at here. 84, 88, 92, 96 and 100. Like this. That means these are the, if I am going to access ARR of I, that means it is going to be address values of all the values. I am going to display now what is the value in that address. This is the address. Now I am going to display what is the value in that address. I am going to write here. This is the pointer. Pointer means it's the value of that address. What is the address? Not only ARR, we have to put the bracket like this. This is the address. ARR plus 1 is the plus I is the address. Then I am going to put star here. I am going to know what is the value at that address. I am going to execute it. I am here giving the values. Yes, it is going to display the values like this. That means instead of A of I can write this value, this one also. Both are same, no doubt about that. Now I am going to print A of I. A of I. Can I write like this? I of A. Now I am going to execute it. Is it working or not? Yes, this is also working. That means we can write array name inside some index value, or we can write index some array value. This is also the same thing. That I of ARR. We can write like this also. Like this we can write star I plus ARR also we can write. All these 4 are same. All these 4 are same here. I plus ARR or ARR plus I, both are same. Yes, like this. Here also ARR is the address of the first value plus I. This is the first value address. First value address. then second value address, third value address, like that. If I am going to execute it, here I am giving the values. Yes, this time also it is reading the array values, right? And we can write like this also. We can write like this also, ARR plus I plus ARR. Like this we can write. We are going to read and display the array values like this. Okay. Then how I am going to pass array into the function. How I am passing array into the function here. Here I am passing that fun of a comma size. At the time we are passing array, we have to mention that what is the size of the array also. That's why I am writing here a comma size. How many values we are passing? Here two values are passing. What is the function name? That is fun. Is there any return type here? There is no return type here. Look at here. If I am writing like this, the function has the return type, but here I am writing like this, fun of a comma size. That means there is no return type here. The first one is, this is array, not a value here, right? This is an array. If I am passing array, for example, if I am going to print ARR, what is that? ARR is the address, right? ARR is the address. Address of what data type? That is integer data type. And the next one is integer variable. Okay? And I am going to develop the function definition for this. This function is returns nothing, that's why I am writing void. And what is the function name? That is fun. I can write like this, fun of comma int size. Like this we are going to give, this is the integer array and this is the size. Here I am going to take some I is equal to 0. Is the values are passing exactly or not? For example, I am going to execute it. I am giving the values here. It is printing in the function, not in the main function. It is printing in this function. Look at, in the main function there is no printing here. I am printing the array values in the function itself. Okay, that means in this way we can pass array values. And one more method is also is there. Here I am passing the address, right? Here I am passing the address. That means we are going to catch the address with the pointer. We can catch the address with the pointer. That's why this is another method, star ARR also we can write. For example, if I am going to execute it, it is going to be print. We can write in both ways, we can pass it. Okay, this is the how we are going to pass an array into a function. And the next one is how the dynamic memory allocation for an array. Why we are going for dynamic memory allocation? Here I am taking that ARR of 100 here, but I am reading only 5 values. That means remaining 95 values are 95 memory space is going to be waste here. To overcome this, we have to go for dynamic memory allocation. There are two types of dynamic memory allocations functions are there. That is malloc and calloc, and realloc and free is also there. That is for another purpose. First of all, we have to allocate some memory based on the size. Based on the size, I am going to allocate the memory. There are two functions, that is malloc and calloc. Here there is no requirement of array. Here we have to take a pointer. Now I am going to allocate the memory locations, 5 memory locations to ARR. Now ARR is equal to, the printing and reading and displaying are same, but instead of array I am going to take a pointer here. ARR of what data type it is? Int. I am going to allocate a star here and malloc of size into what is the size of operator of int. I am going to allocate 5 memory locations. This is 5. 5 into size of int. What is the size of int? Size of int is 2. 2 into 10. 2 into 5. For example, int is 4 bytes. Int is 4 bytes here. 5 into 4. That means it is going to be allocated 20 memory locations, 20 bytes of memory to the array. The simple, only one line. Int star malloc of 5 into size of int. Now I am going to, yes, that's it. Simple, the dynamic memory allocation. Single line malloc. When we are using malloc or calloc, we have to include one more library, that is #include stdlib.h. We have to include this header file. If I am going to execute, there is no error at all. Yes, that's it. Look at here, there is no error here. In this way we can use malloc, the dynamic memory allocation. Now what is calloc? Here just changing of m with c and 5 comma, that's it. Instead of 5 star, I am going to 5 comma size of int, that's it. If I am going to execute it, I am giving the values here. Yes, that's it. This is the calloc function. And what is the difference between malloc and calloc? For example, I am not reading any values here. Now I am going to print the values. If I am going to print the values, look at that. The default values are 0, 0, 0. Which function we are using? I am using a calloc function. For example, if it is malloc function, if I am going to execute it, look at that, garbage values are there. That is the difference between malloc and calloc. What is free here? For example, I am going to write here free of ARR. That means I am allocating the memory here. Here I am freezing the memory. I am going to free that memory. If I am going to execute it, I am giving the values. After that, I am free the all memory locations. Then it is going to be print that garbage values. This way we can use that free also. Okay. Now moving into MCQs. This is the brief description about arrays and dynamic memory allocations. How we are going to pass array into some function like that. The first code. What is the first code? Very simple. I am going to allocate some 6 values here. ARR A has 10 memory locations. I am going to print here 1 of A. Is it possible or not? Yes, both are same. I already discussed about this thing. We can write both ways, right? What is the one value? This is 0th position and this is the first position. Then output is 2 here. And the next question. Here only 3 values are there. The memory locations are 10 memory locations. Only 3 values are there. I am going to access the 5th location. I already discussed this thing also. The output is 0 here. Output is 0. Next question. Using some loops here. 20, 30, 40 is the values. There are 3 memory locations. Here what I am doing, A of 0 plus plus. What is A of 0 value? A of 0 is 20 plus 1, that is 21. The value becomes 21. After this execution, this is going to be 21, 30 and 40 like this. Now I am moving. What is I value here? I value is 0. 0 is less than 3. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true. Now it is going to be print I of A. Yes, we can write both ways. A of I or I of A, both are same. Now what is the a of I value? That means a of 0. What is g? That is 21 it is printing. Then I plus plus, then I becomes 1. 1 is less than 3, then that is also true. Then it is going to be print 30, and I plus plus, that is 2. 2 less than 3s. Again it is printing 40, then it is going to be 3. 3 less than 3, it is false. Then it is going to be print 21, 30 and 40. Yes, that is the output. For example, if I am going to cut this line, I am going to paste here. Here I am writing a of I plus plus. Just guess the output. I am not executing here. Just guess the output. Just work it out. The next question. A of 3 is equal to 20, 30, 40. Okay. Then I am going to print A. What is A? What is A? I already discussed about this thing also. A means address of the first value. Address of the first value. It is going to be give some address of the first value. For example, the question is like this, star A. Then what is the output? That is value at that address. Value at that address. What is the value at that address? 20 is the output. Okay. And the next question. A of 3 is equal to 20, 30, 40. B of 3. Then here B is equal to A. For example, A is equal to 5. Some B is equal to A. That means B is equal to B is also 5. This is applicable only for values, not for arrays. That means a group of characters. If you are writing like this, what is A? For example, if I am going to print A, what is that? It is an address. It is an address. We are placing address in another integer variable. That is not possible. If you are only pointers can handle the address, right? Here the normal variables or array variables are not handling any address. For example, if I am writing like this, we cannot directly copy the array values into another variable just using that A is equal to B, not like that. If I am going to execute it, it is going to throw an error. We cannot copy one variable, one values into array values into another array values. For example, if it is a pointer, is there any error here? Look at here, there is no error, and it is going to be print 20. Why it is handling? It is the pointer. Pointer means it is going to be handle the address. That's why it is going to be print A is the first values address. A is the first values address. That's why it is going to be print. That's why it is going to be print 20 here. And I am going to print, I don't know what the output is. Just execute it your own and guess what is the output. I am going to print here B plus 1. The next question. Here there is no size at all. At the time of declaration, sometimes there is no need of memory also. For example, if I am allocating some memory here, some values here, automatically how many values are there? 5 values. Then it is defaultly taken as 5. If you are not giving the size at the time of declaration, if you are initializing the values, then only it will happen. Okay. Now I am going to print what is ARR and what is this one and what is this one. ARR means address of the first value, and this one is error of 0 is 2. What is that address? That means that is also address of first value, and this is also address of the first value. That means all the 3 values are same here. Look at here, 68, 68 and 68. All the 3 values are same here. These 3 values are representing the address of the first value. Okay. Again, just search for like this. guess what is the output. I don't know exactly, just do it your own. The next question, this is going to be executed for 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and it is going to be executed. It is very similar to A of I. ARR of plus 1 is, both are same, right? Then it is going to be execute 2, 3, 4, 1 and 6. No, not at all. This is the address, right? These are the address of the values. This address and the next value address. If I am going to execute it, it is going to be print all the address. The difference also, look at here. The difference is 4. Why? Because it is going to be a integer. That's why it is taken as 4 every time. The next question. For example, if I am going to put some star here, it is going to be print values. Now it's very easy. We are thinking that it is very easy. That means it is going to be print array values 2, 10, 9, 8 and 100. But that is not correct. What is the correct answer here? For example, that is 68 is the address. For example, what is ARR? ARR is the first values address. For example, first values address is some 68. I'm going to write some 100. First values address is some 1000. And what is the value at that address? What is the value at that address? At 1000, the value is 2. What is this one? I am asking that. What is star ARR? Star ARR means it is the ARR means address of the first value. Star ARR means first value. Okay, that is 2. Plus what is I value? I value is 0. Then it is going to be print 2 here. Then again, what is this value? This is 2. 2 plus what is I value now? I value is 1. 2 plus 2. 2 plus 3. 2 plus 4 is the output. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the output here. Yes, that is not the array values. You are thinking that if you want array values exactly, we have to put a bracket like this. Then only it will be considered as this one as an address. Address that value. Okay. The next question. The same thing. It is going to be print. It is going to be print values at that address. Values at that address. Simple. The next question. Plus plus A of 1. What is A of 1 first of all? This is A of 0. This is A of 1. A of 1 is 1. That means that is going to be incremented. I is 2 here. Why? Because this is going to be incremented first as 2. Then it is going to be assigned to I here. Then here also it is going to be incremented 5, 2, 15, 20 and 25 like this. I value is 2 here. Now A of I plus plus. What is A of 1 value? Sorry, A of 1 value. Now A of 1 value is 2. A of 1 value is 2. Then J is equal to 2. Then J is equal to 2 and it is going to be incremented plus 1. Then it is going to be 3 now. Then A of I plus plus. This is the post increment. Now it is going to be like this. A of I, then it is going to be I plus 1. First of all, what is A of I value? What is I value? I value is 2. I value is 2. A of 2. 0, 1, 2. That means M becomes 15. Then I is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. Then I value is at finally I value is 3, J value is 2, M value is 15. The output is 3, 2, 15 is the output here. Okay. Next question. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 values are there. Total 7 values are there, but the index, what is the index of the last value? That is 6. This is a of 6. Here n value is 7. Now I is equal to 7. Is there any value with 7? 7 index. This is 0 and this is the 6. There is no value with 7 here. There is no value with 7. But when here I am using initialization, I am using at the time of declaration, right? That's why a of 7 is 0 here. A of 7 is 0. That means 0 mod 2 is equal to 0. Is it true or not? Yes. 0 is exactly divisible by 2. Okay, then it is moving logical. And what is I value? I value is 7. Is 7 is exactly divisible by 2? No, not at all. This is not true. That's why 0 is not printed. Then I plus I minus minus. Then I becomes a 6 here. I becomes 6. And what is the value here? 89. Is 89 is exactly divisible by 2? No, not at all. Then I becomes 5 here. I becomes 5. That is 33. Is 33 is exactly divisible by 2? No. Then I becomes 4 here. That is 32. Is 32 is exactly divisible by 2? Yes. Then is the index value, that is 4, is exactly divisible by 2? Yes. It is also true. If both values are true, then it is moving inside and it is printing 32 here. Then I becomes 3. What is 3 value? That is 21. 21 is not divisible by 2. That's why it is moving here and I becomes 2 here. Then that is 23. 23 is not divisible by 2. Then I becomes 1. 1, that is the 10 here. Yes, 10 is divisible by 2, but the index is 1. 1 is not exactly divisible by 2. That's why 10 is also not printed. Then I becomes 0 here. That value is 20. Is 20 is divisible by 2? Yes. Then is 0 is divisible by 2? Yes. Then it is going to be printed 20 here. The output is 32 and 20. 32 and 20 is the answer here. The next question. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last index is 8. Last index is 8. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last index is 8. That means we are taking n as 7. That means we are axing from here. Okay, we are axing from here. We are ignoring this value. Okay, n value, that is I is equal to 7. That means we are starting at this point to 0th position. Equal to 0, right? Greater than equal to 0. Now it is going to be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. This is the I values. Now we are considering only the even values. That is 6, 4, 2 and 0. Yes, this no, not index. I am going to consider only the positive even numbers only. Even numbers. What is I of 7? What is I of 7? I of 7 is 3. I am not considering. Why? Because that is odd number. Then I of 6. I of 6 is 2. I of 6 is 2. Then is 2 is divisible by 2? Yes, this is possible. Then it is coming inside it. A of I plus 1. First of all, we have to check inside what is A of I value. What is I value here? I value is 6. I value is at 6. I value is at 6. What is A of 6? A of 6 is 2. This is, that means it is going to be A of I means 6 plus 1. What is A of 6? A of 6 is 2. 2 2 plus 1, that is going to be 3 here. What is a of 3 value? 0, 1, 2, 3. That means it is going to be print 4. 4 is the output. Then I becomes 5 here. I becomes 5, that is 6. 6 is divisible by 2 or not? Yes, it is also divisible by 2. That means it is an even number. Again coming inside the loop, inside the if condition. A of I plus 1. What is I value? I value is 5. What is A of 5 value? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 6 here. 6 plus 1, that is 7. What is A of 7? A of 7 is 3. A of 7 is 3. Then it is going to be print 3 here. Now it is going to be 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, this is 5. That means it is an odd number. Then automatically it is going to be for 3. Now it is 4. It is divisible by 4. That is even number. Then moving inside again. A of I plus 1 like this. What is A of I value? A of I value is 4. 4 plus 1, that is 5. What is A of 5 value? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 6 here. That is 6. Then after 3, it is 2. 0, 1, 2. That means 3. 3 is an odd number. 3 is an odd number. It is not considering. Then I value becomes 1 here. 1 means it is 2. Yes, 2 is even number. Then it is moving inside again. I plus 1. What is A of I value? A of I value is 2. 2 plus 1, that is 3. What is A of 3 value? That is 4. Then it is going to be print 4. Then I becomes 0 here. That is 1. That is an odd number. Then that's it. This is the output. 4364 is the output of this program. 4364 is the output of this program. Just practice this program. This is some important question. This is. Try to work with some other examples. The next question. Here I am reading. For example, I am reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I am going to print A of 6, what is that? I already discussed about this thing. If it is an out of range, when we are using scanf function, when we are printing that out of range value, it is garbage values. No doubt. For example, if I am going to read the values, it is going to be some garbage value. That 46 is a garbage value. Next question. Some functions. Look at the main function first of all. Here some values are there, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I am passing array and some 5 value. Look at the function. Look at the function here. The function name is fun and we are passing 2 values. There is no return type. Is the structure is matching or not? Yes, it is matching. For example, if it is looking with integer, it is not matching. It is void. Yes, it is okay. Now it is going to be print A. What is A? What is A? It is the every time if it is in a function or in a main function, if I am going to print A, that means array, it is going to be represent address of the first value. No doubt about that. It is going to be address of the first value every time. I am going to write here star. I am going to execute it. It is going to be 1. That is the first value, right? That is the first value in that array. Next question. Look at the main function here. I am passing some array and size of the array. After the function, I am going to print the values here. I am going to print the array values. What is that? For example, if I am not calling that function, the output is like this. The output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I am calling one function. It is doing some process. After that, I am going to display what is the array values after that function. I am calling this function here. Just moving into the function. Yes, this function is no return type. I am passing array and the size. Yes, structure is matching, and coming inside it, it is going to be executed for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the array values? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the array values. These are the index values. Now a of 0 is equal to a of 0 plus 1. What is a of 0 value? What is a of 0? A of 0 is 1. 1 plus 1, that is going to be 2 here. That means in a of 0 it is going to be replaced with 2. Then I plus plus. Then I plus plus, that means I is 1. A of 1 is equal to a of 1 plus 1. What is a of 1? That is 2. 2 plus 1, that is going to be 3. That means for every value it is going to be incremented one value. 5 and it is going to be 6 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I am going to execute it, the output is going to be print 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But here I am not writing anything. I am modifying the values in that array. What I modified in that array, it is automatically applied back to the main function. Why? Because here I am passing array. Array means it is the address. We are dealing with address. Then if any modifications done on the function, that modifications are reflected back to the main function. That's why here instead of printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what are the new values? New values are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That values are going to be print here. Next question. Look at the question. Again same thing. We are passing array and the size is 5. After the function we are printing the array. What is the array values? Array values are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The index values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the index values and these are the array values. Now what I am doing here? Here a of 0 is equal to a of plus plus I. A of plus plus I. What is I value? I value is 0 now, right? I value is 0. Then I becomes 1. Here I becomes 1 now. And what is A of 1 value? What is A of 1 value? A of 1 value is 2. Then it is going to be replaced here. Okay. What is the I value is also incremented. Just look at here. I value is not 0. I value is going to be incremented as 1. Then again I is going to be incremented. Now I becomes 2 here. That means this value is ignored and we are moving to this value. Now A of 2 is equal to A of 3. That means 3 is going to be replaced with 4. 3 is going to be replaced with 4 here. The I becomes 3. I becomes 3 here. Then again using this statement I becomes 4. Then A of 4 is equal to A of 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This value is going to be replaced with what is the next value of 5? There is no next value of 5. But look at this. I am not reading the array values using scanf. If you are using scanf, the 5 is going to be replaced with garbage value. But now here I am doing that the values are reading just manually, right? That means at the time of declaration we are reading here. That means after that, what is the next value? Next value is 0. Then the 5 is going to be replaced with 0 here. The output is 22440. 22440 is the output here. Next question. Yes, again we are passing some function. some array values and the size of array, and I am printing the array values after the function call. The array values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I is going to be start at 0. 0 is less than what is size? Size is 5. Yes, it is true. I value is 0 here. E of I, that means E of 0 is equal to E of I plus plus. E of I plus plus. That means what is E of 0 value? E of 0 is 1. 1 is going to be replaced with not 2. It is going to be replaced with 1, that 0 only. Why? Because here this is the post increment. Post increment, that means first of all the operation is done. That means E of I is equal to E of I, then I becomes plus 1. Then I becomes plus 1. Then I becomes plus 1. Then I value is 1 now. Then plus 2, that is 3. Then again E of 3 is equal to E of 3. Then I becomes a 4. 4 plus 6. That means if you look at this question, the output is same as previous output. Why? Because we are initializing every time E of I is equal to E of I. Okay? Then output is remains same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the input? That is also the same output. The next question, some dynamic memory allocation. Here I am using size is equal to 5. I am reading 5 values here. I am reading 5 values. I am reading 5 values. The same thing. What are the values I am reading here? Here I am not reading any values. I am directly printing what are the values. Using malloc. Using malloc I am printing that. That means these are the garbage values. These are the garbage values. If you are using for malloc, calloc, it is going to be print zeros. Here I am using calloc. If I am going to execute it, the output is all zeros. Next question. Here I am allocating the memory of 5 memory locations, and I am going to read here. I am reading the values. After reading the values, I am free that array, and then I am going to print the values. What will happen? The memory is already freed, right? Then I am going to execute what is the values inside it. There is no values inside it, right? Then it is going to be print. For example, the values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am reading here. After that, it is going to be print as garbage values. Why it is garbage values? The memory is already freed. That's why it is going to be print garbage values. For example, if I am not freeing the memory, if I am going to execute it, I am giving the values as 5. It is going to be print what are the values. The values are going to be print here. The next question. Here I am passing that array and some, what is the size of the array? Here I am allocating the memory using malloc function with the size. How many by how many? What value is the size? Size is 5. That means 5 memory locations. 5 into 4. That is 20 bytes. It is going to be stored here. What is the values of array? What is the values of array? The values of array are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here I am passing all the values. I am copying the values value by value, one value by one value. That is P of 0 is equal to, like this, I am copying each and every value into that new dynamic memory, that pointer P. Then I am going to print the value. You look at that. Observe that thing, array and dynamic memory pointer are both same. Yes, it's working same, and the memory location, the memory allocation is different. That's it. Same thing, that is going to be print what are the values inside the array. That is going to be, I am copying the values. That's it. This is the copying an array into another array using dynamic memory allocation. This program. Okay, next one. Look at here. This is the function name is fun. I am passing an address, that is array address. I am passing size also, but here the function has a return type. What is the return type here? Star p. Star p means it is going to be accept the address only. That's why we are taking as star p. Okay, we are moving into the function definition. It is going to be print star, int star. Int star means it is going to be written integer address. It is going to be written integer address. That's why we are taking int star. The function name is fun and array, and this is the size. And I am allocating the memory. I am allocating the memory here. I am copying the values one by one. Instead of printing here, what is the difference between last program and this program? In last program, we are printing the p in this program only, in this function only. Now I am returning that one. I am returning the p back to the main function. I am going to catch this one and I am going to print. The output is same, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For example, I am going to modify the values, not like this. I am going to +1 or ++. I am going to write here some ++. A of I. I am going to modify the value. That means 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3. I am going to initialize to the new allocated, dynamically allocated memory, and I am going to return it. It is going to be, values are going to be modified with +1 every value. In this way we can return, what I am returning here, I am returning arrays. Array I am returning multiple values I am returning here. Okay, returning the array means returning the address. Here I am returning the address, right? That's why I am copying with the pointer. What is the definition of the pointer? Pointer is hold the address, right? That's it. I am doing also same. P is the pointer, which type of integer. Okay, the next question. Yes, that's it. This is the last question, I think. Yes, all the codes I am going to be put in GitHub, and the description, the link is going to be put in description link. Just practice everything in a different manner. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Bye.